Hi, my name is Natalee. I'm a physical therapist here at Gaylord Physical Therapy in North Haven.
And I'm Corey. I also work at Gaylord Physical Therapy in North Haven. We have 2 other locations in Cheshire and Cromwell.
We are here today to go through a few dynamic warm-up activities that you can incorporate prior to your race. Whether running in person or virtually this year, these are things that you can do for a training run or a race day. It is good to have a pre-race ritual to get your head in the game.
The goal is to get your body moving and primed for the effort you're about to put forward. The activities will move you and your joints through different range of motion that mimic the demands that running place on your body.
Some of these will be stretching activities, and some of these will be more dynamic movements that will get your heart rate up, ready your muscles, nervous system, and joints for the race. Please keep in mind that these are general recommendations and should not be considered medical advice.
The first dynamic warm-up activity we're going to demonstrate is called the world's greatest stretch, or the Man Lunge with a twist. First, move in a deep hip flexion on one side and a hip extension stretch on the opposite side. Next, come down onto your hands and take your right hand and rotate up towards the ceiling. This adds a spinal component to the stretch. You typically don't want to force any positions, and this movement may look different depending on the person. For example, you might use an arm or leg to support your trunk, or you might need to use yoga blocks to prop yourself up. The next dynamic movement we're going to go through is the lateral lunge. To do this, Natalee will take a step out to her right, just wider than hip width, and she'll start to lunge to the right. Work into a depth that feels comfortable for you, and slowly work on getting lower and transferring from side to side. This allows your body to go into the frontal plane of motion that is typically neglected in most cross-training athletes.
The next warm-up we're going to demonstrate is skipping. As you can see, Corey is jumping onto one leg and switching sides and using the opposite arm to pump. Skipping utilizes the same reciprocal motion that running does. There is a rhythm or tempo to skipping activities that is also present in running. Skipping for height or distance can impose different demands on your body and warm up your hips, knees, calf muscles, and ankle joints in ways that you may need to use them when running. It even gets your cardiovascular system working a little harder than you would while running. That may actually make running seem a little easier. This last warm-up activity is called karaokas. Karaokas are a good way to add more coordination and crossing the midline into your warm-up. Watch Corey as he crosses his legs forward and back. This is a proper motion for karaokas. You may find that you have to slow down to get this movement down. You might even remember this movement from dance classes or team sports. When you're warming up these movements, think of these as a way to prepare for the unknown. The more information that you can give your body ahead of time, the more resilient you can be to any stressors or surprises.
To make an appointment with a physical therapist, call the location nearest you, or for more information, visit gaylord.org.